that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line, look, I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. Welcome back to the JSFL Week 9 action here for you today, 1 p.m. We got the New York Businessmen at 2-6, heading to the 3-5 Atlanta Predators. Trade Lee Bridges to Atlanta because Joe Parker is out to the championship round. So Lee Bridges starts today for Atlanta. As let's go to the injury report before this game gets underway. As we said, Joe Parker out till the championship. Trent Hudson, the original starting QB, out till week 12. Brent Ruiz and Xander Knox out till week 11. Perry Webb out to the wild card. Trent Savage also back on the wild card. But Eric Shady returns. For New York's side of the ball, only one injury right now, as it is Ken Jones. He'll be back week 11. But they have two returning. Jacob Snow, the center, and Corey Palmer, edge rusher. So New York almost healthy. Even though they're on the road, they could definitely win this game. Should be a good fight today. Maybe a defensive battle. We'll have to see. But we get ready to kick this one underway, as we should be in for an interesting battle here in Atlanta. And let's kick it off and get this one going on Week 9.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive down for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Get it ready! 90, go!
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Let's go now. 8, read. Hey, watch the slide.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his first look is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And he'll be about 4 yards shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 4 out of that, and bring up a third down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. this is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to it, and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt it. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this whole line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off for 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Go now. 91.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3 and it's second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th.
What an advantage having the lead down in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Go. 50 play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is blocked out at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and strike this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now, out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. Well, it stays up. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And he's got his man on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up fourth.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. McKinnon here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
So many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Ready. 70, easy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. They go play action here on first down. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
What's not critical about the game there on second down? That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll look to throw. On a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. They right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him as it is. But it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and we'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Let's go now. 70, Avery.
Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 4 yards out, as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Steve, my observation has been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it will come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. The killer here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of 40 to mark it down at the 39. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Like how they started the third quarter here, they forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage hurting him to 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out of the passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get him the football he can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And his throw here is incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. That running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
60 Pittsburgh.
Pretty move. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a 1st down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the 1st down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
70, 80.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville in the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yards just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They want a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 16. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brent, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another rather strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he's good. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to zip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Here's second and 8. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, he dropped to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.